one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so this Ford, right? So I don't see it moving. Um, but what are your thoughts on that? I know you're still there, but
No, I mean, this is bullish. See, the thing is, we have, I mean, my perception about any stock is how it behaved that day, right? I mean, if you look at it, it's been going up 3 days straight.
yeah.
And I mean, you cannot expect anything more than that. And it actually it has a new high close today, right? Than yesterday.
Mhm.
So that's in 4 days, it came from 15 to 18. That's a big percentage move. And it looks like it's going to go much higher, or else it would have come down into yesterday's range, which it did not. I mean, it did come into yesterday's range, but not much.
So let me ask you, right? So if you had, let's say, if you were less invested in long term, right? Would you put money in this Ford for long term?
Yeah, I think I would. Actually, this one looks really good.
Because I was
See,
always hesitant to put money into Ford for long term.
see, we have a perception of Ford for a very long time, right? I mean, I would say it's easier for many people to invest in Lucid than Ford. I know, I know a bunch of my friends keep talking about Lucid in the recent few days, and they think, Lucid is the next big thing, which I understand. But our information about Ford, or whatever perception we have for the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years, it's not the same Ford anymore.
Yeah.
It's changing, right? I mean,
Okay.
obviously, whenever this chip, uh, you know, uh, when chip manufacturing goes up, Ford will make money. And then among GM and Ford, obviously, Ford looks amazing. So yeah,
Okay.
see,
Thanks.
there are a bunch of stocks that are looking good when it comes to EVs. Ferrari looks amazing. Today I saw it, but it's already way up. This one, there might be a little bit of correction, which I would expect a pullback. If there is a pullback, I would probably look into it, but not right now. It's there is more risk now in Ferrari, so I'm not interested in this one yet. At least it should consolidate, go sideways, or have a pullback or whatever. But if there is a correction, it goes all the way here and bounces off of 225. That's probably the best bet for the stock to get in. We have a very big wild card tomorrow. We have no idea what's going to happen after tomorrow. Nobody does that, but the market is definitely not behaving. Market is definitely behaving as if you know everything is going to be great tomorrow.
You
And
mean
I
like
have seen this way too many times that we could have 5, 6, 7% correction in not probably in 2 weeks. That could happen. I mean, that's why I'm not going. I don't have a lot of longs right now. Whatever I'm doing. I have about 20% in option. Sorry, stocks. Uh, Probably about 8%, I guess, in options, and I have about 70% in cash right now. This is
so?
my trading. My
I
trading.
missed that. Are you saying because of the Fed meeting, KP?
Yes, yes, yes. See, there are one of two things that could happen. One thing is it could be bearish and the market comes down. The other thing is because the market went up so much, it could it's sell the rumor. I mean, it's going to be great. Right now, everybody's expecting it's going to be great. So there could be a sell the rumor kind of, or sell the news kind of a pullback, and probably close the one or two gaps. That would be great. But right now, all the leaders are way extended right now. I mean, any stock that I really want to be in, they're all extended. Tesla is one of them. Nvidia is one of them. Net, we don't even have to speak about this. This is a crazy move from 100 and it's almost double. I mean, right now, I don't see anything that looks like this is an amazing place to get in. That's why I'm trading a lot of options. The good thing about options is if you have a call spread, you can just move the bottom part and still have the upper leg to save you if there is any downfall. So other than that, most of, I would say even among options, I'm mostly concentrated in Bitcoin related stocks because this one looks amazing. Even this pullback is definitely good for the long term instead of just going out like this straight up. A little bit of consolidation. We were talking about this in our last webinar. I drew these lines saying that it would be nice if it consolidates right here, all those white lines, and breaks out. And then it's been moving right along those lines. It actually feels a little bit creepy, but yes. So if it consolidates for a few days and breaks out, yeah, I mean, we could probably see all those Bitcoin stocks go up a lot. I mean, I was looking at Mara last time in 2017. It went from $4 to $40 in that last move. So that's a 10 times move right here. And that happened in like 2 weeks. So that's around $5 and that's $40. This is when Bitcoin went up a lot in 2017. And I mean, if you think about it, this could probably go to 150 or 160 or 170. So it's around $20. So it could go to 200, who knows? That's why I got rid of my spread and I got rid of my spread and now I have naked calls. I don't like naked calls, but my risk I cut down my risk by almost half because I took a lot of profits in this one. So other than this, I don't really see a lot of new stocks I want to get in. And most of my positions, I am trying not to go too long. And believe me, I mean, we will always get pullbacks all the time.
What does that BROF does, KP? It lost a lot, right?
No, not really. I mean, the daily chart is pretty good right now.
Okay.
They are similar to Starbucks. It's a new IPO. They are much bigger. And then look at it. It came right to the target. I mean, like 60 cents away from the target. But it's not showing any. And most of these IPOs, what happens is you have a huge, look at that. Average true range is $6. So it's around 6.4. It's around $71. That's almost 8-9%. So you see 8-9%. That's the average move. So it moved 6% today. And if you don't pay attention to the price, just look at the candles. They all look alike. I mean, the size, they are not big or small, right? So
yeah,
but
yeah, I think, I'm not in front of computer. So when you post your trades, by the time I look at it, that price already is not available, right? So I think sometimes I end up paying a lot more, and then after I pay, then it drops. This happened with Apple. So probably you made money.
Well, the thing is, if you are not getting the price, you shouldn't even get in at all. You should let it go.
Oh, Oh, okay. So I should get same price, maybe not even few cents here and there.
I mean, yeah, a few cents. I mean, see, there are so many times you will get a better price. If you place a trade as soon as I do, or when I post it, most of the times, I would say at least 60 to 70% of the time, I lose money right away as soon as I place a trade. There are very few times I get a better price than you if you are looking at it, looking at my positions all the time. But again, if it's more than even 5%, or 1 to 5% is probably okay. In options, 1 to 5% does not mean a lot. Or try get the same price, or else don't even go for it if it's moving much, if it's much higher, because I see most of my trades are based on the alerts I get. Okay, so I was just talking about Apple, right? This is what I was looking at. The high of this one is around 149.94. Okay, so as soon as it hit above 150, I started my trade, because that's my plan for a pullback buy. So when it breaks 150, I want to get in. I mean, at that point, I did not even like getting in after it moved so much. So I didn't go all in. I bought a little. I actually bought 2/3 of a position. When it came down, I added 1/3, but at a 155 price, or 155 strike price. But again, I don't always do this, so you don't have to worry about this. But the price at which I get in is based on my alerts. So if you would have been late by 5 minutes, you could have actually got a much better price than I did. Again,
I was probably an hour late. I tried getting in your GS. I could not get in. It moved so fast. Did anybody get in GS at the same price?
Well, I mean, I got in while this thing has happened. I mean, I didn't get a great price either. I think it went up $6, I think. I can't remember, but yeah. No, actually $5. It was up $5. But that's not for a stock that's $400. I don't think it should matter much. But again, see, this is one way to cope up with the price. Before I take the trade, I post the alert that I got. I mean, as soon as I get the alert, I post the alert. I don't even look for options at that time. After I post the alert, I go and check for the options.
Okay.
Let me show you what I mean. So today, right? So I said, this is at 10:30, GS breakout. Actually, Raghu also posted GS. So when did I take the trade? $10:32. So I mean, I always post the trade first, the alert first. And I don't always take all the alerts, obviously. So I post the alert if somebody is interested to take the trade. But as I was saying, before everybody got into the room, as I was saying, most of my alerts and the messages and the charts is for anybody to take the trade. And I don't always take it, there are multiple reasons I don't take the trade. Well, one major would be that the trade, I have too many trades. Or for example, today when I said MSTR, when I posted MSTR chart, I already had a bunch of Bitcoin related trades. So I did not take it. I mean, I have a bunch of reasons why I would not take a trade. And also if it's at after 3 o'clock, I don't like to take the trade again. last 1 hour is probably not the best time to take it because most of the money will be made in the morning or by afternoon if I'm going for options. That's kind of a rule for me now. If I get any alerts at the end of the day, I don't even think of, I don't even plan on taking any of those trades anymore, because I've seen them go down in the morning as soon as the market is up. Any more?
So
Yeah.
one other question in the trade ideas. Yeah, you like I was asking any Tesla, right? Trade ideas.
Yeah.
You posted that calls. So does that mean we should look for 1,200 calls?
Well, the thing is, again, this is the wrong time to even think about Tesla, if you ask me. If you don't already have a trade, this is totally a wrong time. And you know that we have been talking about it since 800, right? And now it's at 1,200. So there's no point in taking when we have been taking trades from 800 to 1,200. That's 50% move for the stock. So most of the, right now, whatever trades I'm taking, other than the ratio spreads, I took one trade last week, and I sold it as soon as it doubled, and I took another trade with those profits. That's it. I think I had 1150, 1200, and 1150, 1250, 1350, or something like that. So I just moved to 12, 13, and 1400, and nobody knows how far this is gonna go. Okay, after such a huge 9-month sideways move, nobody knows how far this is gonna go. That's why I was looking at these 1 hour hourly charts to figure out what could be the next move. But if this breaks this 1146, if it breaks 1094, I think this is done. We'll probably see a bigger pullback.
Yeah, it's like I think this trade, right? Like whole Tesla move up was because the minute they announced Hertz is buying, and now we are getting conflicting results. So I don't know whether that's positive or negative. So
I don't understand why we should worry about that at all.
Okay.
I have never traded based on any news ever. We bought the options right here as soon as it broke out on that Friday. We might be lucky the next day on Monday when it traded higher, but the idea to take a trade here was that it's breaking out and it's gonna go. I know after the fact it's easier for us to think that there was a reason for it, but this could be the confluence of many events. I'm sure a lot of people have done their research over the weekend, and they have seen it break out, and they were all ready to buy it on Monday. And guess what happened on Monday? You had other events too, and everybody, whoever is watching the news is getting in, whoever is looking at all the breakouts is getting in. That's why it had a hard time moving lower, because we had so many people getting in at the same price point, or and this is kind of a fear of missing out. At 800 it was, I think, around 800 billion. Now it's around 1.1 billion. That's 50%. That's 300, 350, or 380 billion move in a month. That is crazy, but that's how the markets are. It goes there and it could move sideways for a few days and start moving higher again.
AP, can you, I don't know if you have already discussed Google, I'm sorry I'm late. If you're able to look at Google chart for me.
Sure. Actually, we did not discuss Google. My guess, I am in this one. I have January, I think I have January, 3,000, 3250, 3,200 or 3,250. So this is a cup and a handle. So right now, yesterday everything went down. All the mega caps went down. I have no idea why, but I don't care. But so far, this doesn't look that bad yet. You had this big candle. It's moving sideways for almost, this is the 4th day, right? All the 4 days are within this candle. This is bullish. This is not bearish yet. So there is also a possibility that this could move side for a couple more days, and the 20-day might, move higher by then, and it might test the 20-day and move. Let me show you a similar example. Look at this one. I added to this one because it tested the 20-day and started moving higher. See, it went sideways for such a long time. Today, when it tested the 20-day, it started bouncing off. And who knows? This could just go off. And I bought some at this breakout, I think. Or this breakout. I can't remember. I think it's this breakout. I think. So this could go higher. But this is a bullish price action. This is bullish price action than what Google has. This is your breakout. It's actually making a handle above that breakout, which is very bullish, instead of having a handle here. Having a handle here or having a handle here. I'm comparing both of them. Handle above is always bullish. So
no, I didn't understand that. Can you, I don't know, draw something?
I'll repeat. So AFRM went up, okay, it broke out, and now it's consolidating. And today, and while it's consolidating, these 20-day and 50-day, they are catching up the move, right? I mean, right here, it's testing the 20-day, and the stock price moves so much, the 20-day did not get a chance to catch up. Now it's catching up while the price is moving sideways.
Okay, the handle part, like, so the cup is all the way till 146.9, right?
Yep.
So usually handle will come down, but you're saying that in this case, it didn't come down to make the handle. You're saying it's consolidating above the cup. So that is kind of handle too.
This is a handle too, yes. This is basically, handle is a consolidation, right? It can happen here or it can happen there.
Okay. I thought like we need that small curve is what I thought. Handle is always like, a small curve, like, like how the cup base is. Like I thought it will make that base too, but a smaller one. Also, you mean handle is anything that is consolidation?
That consolidates, yes.
Okay.
Basically, this is the place where sellers have enough buyers to, take all the shares that they are selling. So, for trading perspective, when this breaks out of this consolidation, for us, this consolidation helps, because if it breaks out and if it comes back in and goes below this consolidation, that's when we get out. And this is basically balanced for a lot of balanced price for a lot of buyers and sellers. So as soon as if it breaks out and comes back in, you'll still see a lot of buyers getting in, because so all these institutional investors, they don't look at these charts. They have a certain price, okay, that they want to get into, and that's why these consolidated prices, or the digestion is what it's also called, is the price where they will support the stock. So that's what, and then also this 20-day, this is not what the institutions are looking for. This is what the traders, the momentum traders like us, is looking for. When it hits the 20-day, they wants to add some more. And then whenever the price movement is too fast, a lot of people are waiting for it to come back and test the 20-day or 50-day. And those are pullback buyers. I mean, not a lot of people are buying right here. If they missed a breakout here, or out of this consolidation, they are not buying at these prices. They want to see 1 or 2 days move sideways or down. That's when they are going to buy, which is the prudent thing to do too.
So
Because
are you not concerned going into earnings? Like I think the earnings are on November 10.
yeah, I know. That could that was my next. That's what I was about to talk about next. And this consolidation could also be because we had earnings. Maybe the market is not ready to buy at higher prices until there is more information. But I mean, when you look at this, see this Amazon news with Affirm is a very, very big deal. Right now, they don't have any business with them yet. And in this earnings, they could give a guidance of saying 20% of Amazon customers are going to be using their, buy now, pay later service. If that's what they project for the next year or so, this stock will probably double or triple. Amazon is such a giant. Having any piece of that business is a very, very big deal. Again, these are the things I read, but I mean that's not what I am gonna trade with. But price is what I'm gonna. I mean, for somebody who wants to know why this could be a big deal is because of that. Now Walmart has a deal with Affirm. Amazon has a deal with Affirm. I think yesterday there was one more company that made a deal with Affirm doing the buy now pay later service. If they keep having all these customers, this could be one of the best moving stocks for the next year.
So is your position sizing like 5% on this?
Today I made it 5% today. I mean, my long-term 5%, it's been there for 5% for a while in my long-term.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even your short-term.
Also, I made it 5% today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like 10%, right? Like
No.
not 10%. Every account has its own thing, but anyway.
Yeah.
Good conviction is what I mean to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I bought it 126 on my long-term, so right there. Above that level. I do have pretty good cushion. It's up about 22% right now. So that's pretty good cushion for the long term.
So I have one more question.
Yes. So did I answer your question about the Google? So
Google, yes. I think we'll wait, right? What is the level that we need to be concerned about? Like what level, if it breaks down, are we thinking, okay, this is done?
I think the low below if it breaks below yesterday's low, then I would be concerned.
I mean, that seemed like it would go there and bounce to me, like, because of those other candles there. It seemed
Yes.
It went a little down, but it didn't, like, I was just looking at it and I was not concerned,
Yep, that's a breakout level for this candle, right? So that 28.72 makes a lot of sense.
So another question is, I think you were already going when you were talking about Mara. So my question is, like, we see BTC, it didn't make new highs, but Mara did. So I just want to understand, what is the difference between both, and just want to understand, like, trade.
Truthfully, fundamentally, I don't understand it. I do not. I will tell you why. Mara and Riot are in the same business. Look at where Riot is. Okay. And look at where Mara is. Why is that happening? One reason could be that, they make more money when they have more mining machines. Okay. I have no idea how much they have, how much Bitcoin they are mining every month. I mean, those details are out there. But for me, I don't have to worry about that. If I worry about the price action, that's all I need to know. Yesterday,
would you play this as which one? So would you play this as a proxy for Bitcoin, or would you just trade it as a chart that looks good?
No, actually, if Bitcoin goes up, let's say 100%, this is going to go up 400%.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, because they are mining Bitcoin, right? So when they are mining Bitcoin, they are going to make more profits when Bitcoin goes up, even a little bit, because the difficulty to mine goes up gradually. But when the price of Bitcoin goes up a lot, their margin grows a lot. You see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So again, if we
So
don't
then
worry about,
if you're playing Bitcoin, maybe if not a lot, but I think you should still have a portion of this, right? In your long term, maybe if you're bullish on Bitcoin, because if it's going to grow more than Bitcoin, then maybe this is a better play. I mean, not all, but part of it,
yes,
right?
yes, I know. The thing is, so what I did is, first I tried to buy Hut and Mara with my with stock, but this 14% move, when something moves up 14%, it could move down 20%. That will take me out with my stop losses. That's why I'm only trading options now. One good thing about options is that because I'm buying either spreads, where I can move my lower spread slowly higher, and I could have a cushion and I can wait longer. So it makes more sense for me to play options. And let's say if Bitcoin and this happened many times, if Bitcoin goes down, let's say 20% in a day for some bad reason, this could go down 20-30% or 50%. So it's not the upside that I'm worried about, it's the downside. If Bitcoin goes down, and it has gone down plenty of times, I mean, even when is this? April, right? Bitcoin went down 50%. So look at what happened. 56 to 18. That's more than half, right? I mean, the downside is much more higher. So that's why I'm playing with options, and then most of my options, even if I lose all of my options, I'm not going to lose much. I mean, I have enough. I mean, right now, whatever I have in options, if I lose all of it, I'm not losing all my profits for the year or whatever. Excuse me.
Okay, so but the BITO and GBTC are okay, right? They move kind of linear to.
I
know BITO is new, but GBTC and
we still don't know how this is going to trade yet. So, but GBTC is a proxy for Bitcoin, no doubt about that. Other than the, I sent a link about this, right? How much discount it is trading against the Bitcoin and everything. And a maximum difference, even if you buy it here, is you could probably lose 5% against the Bitcoin price. That would be the maximum loss against the Bitcoin price. So I have this in my long term. I have about 30% of this in my long term. So
you wouldn't do BITO yet? You want to give it more time?
No, that's not the reason. So if you know how futures trade, right? I mean, not just Bitcoin, it's even if it's oil or whatever, the futures are traded with an expiration date of, let's say, 30 days from now. Okay. And you are pricing the Bitcoin. So let's say, what is the Bitcoin price right now? So the Bitcoin is around 63,000 right now. Okay. And the actual Bitcoin price, let me check that. This is the actual Bitcoin price, which is 62,700. So you have a difference of almost $300, right? So this $300 you are paying for a to converge by the end of this expiration cycle. You see what I mean? So you are paying that 300 extra for it to, I mean, the futures are priced for a future point of time. That's what you are paying when you're buying it for 63,000.
Mhm.
So as this goes and merges on the day of expiry, this one and the futures are going to be the same price. So during this period, you will lose that $300. You see what I mean? Actually, it's not 300.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when is the expiry then? Is it every?
That changes every month, right?
I mean, it's a third week is what it is, right? Not weekly expiry.
Hold on. Let me check. Right now, 24 days now. That's for 24 days. The current price is 63,140. In 24 days, this is going to expire. And 59 days, the other one. You have this in your Thinkorswim anyway.
Yeah.
It's called Contango. Read about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Contango. Yeah. Maybe I was unable to explain it well, but
No, I got it because we are pricing in for future, right? Like,
yes.
So if it goes up more, like, obviously we are going to make more, but if it doesn't, then you paid that extra 300 to use the extra that
For nothing. Yep. That's correct. All right. So well, I mean, actually, I thought we could probably have a webinar tomorrow, but I don't know. I mean, tomorrow is probably a better day because we'll know what happens tomorrow by the end of the day, or at least day after tomorrow, or these Fed meetings. I know November and December are probably the best 2 months of the year, but we have seen in 2018. This is when Fed kind of here, I think they increased the rate or something, and look at what happened by the end of the year. I mean, these things you can't forget. So that is why I'm a little concerned right now to add more longs. So if Fed doesn't do much, or if the market is happy with the Fed, yeah, we could probably go another 7-8% or 10% in S&P this month. I mean, this year. I think we are already.
You're pointing to BTC chart. Is that what you're showing?
Oh, this is ES. I'm done with BTC.
Oh, we can still see BTC only. So.
Oh, sorry.
This shouldn't have anything to do with Fed, right? I mean, whatever decision they make, cryptos is a whole.
No, they do matter, but I don't know how much, because there is a lot of new money coming. I mean, I don't know how much difference can Fed make by just doing the tapering. They're saying that they're going to do the taper now, and it's going to end by middle of next year, and they can even slow it down if the market goes down. So we'll see. But if Fed does it really slowly, Bitcoin could explode. I think more than 43% of new money, of all the money that existed, has been printed in the last 18 months to 2 years. That is a big deal. I mean, you are diluting. I mean, they are diluting the dollar, the currency, a lot, and that will all be reflected in Bitcoin. So, and also there is something called a supply shock. Well, I don't want to go through all that, and even if I don't know how much I can explain, but if you read about what happens every 4 years, if Bitcoin has a 4-year cycle, okay, every 4 years the miners, the reward that they get is half every 4 years. So it got cut last year in 2020, and it will be cut again in 2024. And before that it happened in 2016, and 2017 was a huge year for Bitcoin. There is some expectation based on that supply, it could go to around 100,000 this year in the next 2 months. So we'll see. But I mean, the way it's moving, yeah, breakout seems to be imminent. Ether is already breaking out. It's at 4,600 now. So
What is the highest target for Ether? Like, you know, like,
I was just talking about it. It's around 12,000, I think, for me right now. But the targets out there based on the supply is about 40,000 right now. So again, there is no point in talking about Ether. What happens if Ether goes to 40,000? I don't think I'm going to keep all of them until it goes to 40,000 either. I mean, I'm not even thinking that. But for now, these are the fib levels. And most of the times what I've seen is it goes all the way to the 400%. So it could go to 12,000. But the 7,000 and 12,000 are probably the most important levels.
So is that 1, 2, 3 KP? Is that 1, 2, 3, 4 is like 100% increase?
Yep.
Okay.
This move 100%, 200% increase, 300% increase. Yep. Well, actually,
And
if you look at the percentage, this is how you would see. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. This is the log chart. That's why you see it that way. But if it's not a log chart, yeah, you will actually see the exact prices. But log works very well for these charts. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, when we were saying 7 to 8%, right? I think we were seeing BTC, but were you saying like correction or?
I did not follow.
yeah, that was my question. No, I think yes, like what you said is tomorrow based on the Fed meeting, right?
Yeah.
Something happened like in the past, but I
Oh,
think you
no,
were
no,
trying to
I'm
show-
sorry. That was not Bitcoin. I was talking about the correction
Yeah.
on Ether. Yes. So in 2014, they did tapering. Okay, and there was about 5 to 7% correction on S&P 500 in 2014 when they did the tapering. Okay, and that could happen now. Even if this goes down 5%, it's not a big deal, not really. And I would say that's even healthy if ES goes down another 5% from here.
But what you're saying is that will not reflect Bitcoin or Ethereum or?
We don't know. Again, we have no idea because Bitcoin or Ethereum has never been in a state like this, like today, right now. I mean, a lot of money is moving into the. I'm not talking about into the Ethereum network. I'm talking about the Ethereum network where there are a lot of projects, new projects are getting into Ethereum network. A lot has changed. Right now, it's like a lot of people are using this technology, okay? And we have no idea what the impact is. I can go back and check, the last time taper has been done, or the last time there was an increase in interest rates, which was in 2018. The taper was done in 2014. I can go back and see how bad it could affect. But for Ethereum and Bitcoin, I have no idea.
I mean, market doesn't know kind of what Fed is doing, right? They've been talking about it. So it's, I don't know how much of a, but I mean, because if you look at the SPY chart, it looks like it is trending. So I don't see any you don't see any gaps from last few days, right? Like maybe.
Yeah, after the breakout, there were no gaps. Yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of a good thing. That's definitely kind of a good thing. Yes.
And if you see VIX keeps falling down with nothing in between to it. Doesn't look like it is getting any support, it's getting any support and trying to move up. It just looks like it wants to fall too.
Well, I mean, if VIX goes, every time VIX goes to this level, we get a very small correction. I mean, that happened many times. 1, 2, no, actually, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every time it tests this low 15s. Yeah. We got a correction. Every one of these spikes is a small correction in years. So we might get a small correction.
Okay. Or maybe this time it will break it and go lower. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know. Huh.
Well, it could. It could. But believe me, I mean, if it does not, and if it keeps moving higher, there are not a lot of stocks to get into right now. Everything is so extended right now.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Yeah, everything has.
All the leaders, at least. I'll give you an example. So this is a leader, Devon Energy, right? It broke out here. It went all the way here. Okay, but I traded both of them, both of this one, that one, and now this one is breaking out now. This is not a leader, but this is a lagger. So this is moving higher now. But you would probably, even now, you would probably make more money in Devon Energy than in Denbury going forward. So I will probably wait. I mean, if I get a small cup here as a little bit of correction and probably, break out, or even if it breaks out here, I guess it's not still bad. It moved sideways for about what 10.5, almost a month, right? I mean, I could just think this as a consolidation and a move higher. This is still a better bet than then. I don't know if I'm making myself clear or not, but what I'm saying is this is a laggard and this is the leader. The same way, if you look at NVIDIA, it's a leader. I mean, it's up there. How are you going to go buy this one without risking a lot? You could be risking a lot because if something bad happens, this is going to come down a lot because it went up what 134. It's almost double. Yeah, it's almost double since this year. So some kind of consolidation. If there is a pullback, that would be amazing. Seriously.
I traded ON on some semiconductor.
Yeah, I saw this yesterday, but I was watching this morning. I was expecting some kind of pullback. There was no pullback whatsoever.
I was on like yesterday. I mean, not much money in options still, but just was on. I just got out today because tomorrow will be day 3, right?
Yeah.
I got out end of the day today.
See, the volume on yesterday was the highest. Can you guys see the markets, man?
Yes.
Yeah. So look at that. That's the highest since you had this, whatever cup pattern or whatever, and you had the most. How much was it? $23 million, and the average is 5 million. So we didn't have 23 million. Actually, I don't say it for almost a year. You had 22 million last year, but yeah. So that's I mean, there is a lot of institutional interest in this one. So yeah, this could go up much higher. I mean, ENPH is one of them too. Look at that. That's 15 million. The average is 2 million. Even today, it's 2 million.
So based on your thing, are you saying because we cannot enter the leaders now, people are entering these other things in the same industry, which have, I mean, because the volume itself, right? I got in because of the volume too yesterday.
Yeah.
But is that the reason you think? Like,
no, I mean, anytime you get new information like earnings, and if it gaps up, and the next day it goes up, this is going higher. This is not coming back. Not for a few days, at least. Not for a few weeks, maybe. That could be the same case with the one that. What was the one that we were talking about? LSCC, is it? No, it's not LSCC. On semiconductor, right? I mean, this could, I mean, the same thing could happen here too, right? I mean, you look at the weekly, yeah, that's 253%. I mean, this is the prorated volume for the week. So, but it's up 253%. That's a big move, volume wise. So this might just go much higher. And how many semiconductors are like this? Not a lot. Not the ones that have done really well last year. Look at AMAT. It's going sideways since April. And Lam Research, it's going sideways. Actually, it's actually doing worse. But that is also since April. So they are not breaking out. So ON is one of the leaders now, and Avago is one of the leaders. It recently broke out.
So do you think ENPH is better than ON? Because today it came and it tested the breakout.
You can compare both of them because this is in solar, but in solar this is number one now. In solar this is number one.
It came back and tested the breakout level today. I was watching it, but I was skeptical to enter. But
which one? Which one?
ENPH.
Did it?
No, I mean, I don't know, not the breakout level. I mean, the 52-week high was.
Oh yeah, yes,
28 something.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, what happened at the end of the day is more important, and it bounced off really well today. That's that shows how much. I mean, think about how many buyers are there who are ready to grab even with such a small move down. You know, there is a huge buying interest for this one, and this happens all the time when you have such a big base and a breakout. Yeah, this happens all the time. This is not much different from Tesla, except that a lot of people trade Tesla, and it's a very big one. This is same as this. Not a lot different. Same amount of time. But probably this is probably longer. This started in January, right? Yep. And it's breaking out now. So this has a bigger base than Tesla.
And also like that consolidation is for so long, so you could see easily how much, like $100 move maybe.
It could be much more than this 335. That's so the longer this is, this higher this goes. So, but this price is based on, you know, the drop from here to here, right? I mean, which is what we would do with the fibs. So 333, that's what it says. But yeah, that's basically this move. But there is a higher possibility that it will go much higher than 335 because of the long base. Ooh.
Yeah, the other solar are not doing okay actually, right? JKF.
Well, it looks like SEDG got this is another one. It's down after earnings today. Yeah, it's actually it's okay. Yeah, it's trading at around 335 right now. What they do? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the beats sales miss, which isn't good. So right now VNPH is the leader. Again, you know, for us to figure out which one is the leader, all you have to do is look at the price action. What is making a new high? I mean, this was the first one to come out among the miners. I'm sorry to change the subject, but this was the first one to come out. So this will probably go much higher. guys, let me know if you have any other questions. I
What
mean,
is
there
the
is not a lot to discuss in ES, but if you have any questions on ES, let me know too.
what is the stop loss you have for the HUT?
I don't have a stop loss right now. So, well, I mean, now I have 14 and 25. Let me show you the trade. So, right, let's go back to the. See, what I have been doing is I'm slowly consolidating it or reducing my my cost basis. So yeah, I rolled it yesterday. I actually paid 344. I rolled the 10 calls. So I had 10, I used to have 10 and 15 calls spread. Now I sold 10 and bought 14. Okay. And now my cost basis was 344. Now the cost basis is $1.69. So all I have to do is roll it one more time and I'm home free. I got all my money back. And
So for $11 spread, you paid like 1.69.
Yep, that's it.
That's good. Actually, if you do it one more time, then it's a free one, and probably we'll have $8 or something, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I just started noticing that recently, and that's a good. Even in Tesla, you were doing that, right? It's like I like what you're doing. The strategy. You are either getting the, but if it is falling, you are getting the sell leg down. If it is going up, you are bringing the buy leg up, right?
Yep. Yep. I mean, when I do the naked calls, there is no way I can adjust.
Yeah.
That's kind of when if I have 50-50 chances of certain of my trades working, on the ones that I'm gonna lose, I'm losing a lot more. This is one of the reasons that I'm doing. And but however, let's say if I am putting $1,000 on a single call, okay, I'm putting 2,000 or 2,500 on a spread. I'm not doing the same amount. Okay, so but here I have less theta to worry about. That's one of the major things, and I can always adjust it. The other way to adjust this trade is, I mean, right now the maximum legs that are available to buy is 25, but if that changes, I can probably do 25 and I can sell 25 and buy, what is that, 40, then it will be a 10, 25 and 40. I mean, this is if it wasn't working for me, I could make this a butterfly and make some money out of this trade. You see what I mean? So I have different ways to reduce my cost basis. If you guys did not understand, I'll repeat it.
Got it. Like if you left this as is 10.25, and then if the new strikes come along, then you would make it a butterfly by selling 25 and buying 40.
Yep.
And it would,
yep. Even if I make $1 in there, my cost base is down by $1.
Would you wait though to do that, or because right now it's 3.4 already, right? You got it, so you wouldn't do the butterfly right away. You'd wait and then.
No, only if it's not working. Only if it's not working.
If it's not working, yeah.
Yeah.
I get butterflies. I don't know. They're so hard. Like ENPH. I was in butterfly. It moved so much, but I didn't make money.
Actually, no. ENPH is not a good. Actually, you can. Okay. Butterfly. There are two ways. Actually, okay. The best way to look for a butterfly is, before you do the trade, look at the deltas of all of them. Okay. So if the net delta of a butterfly is good enough, then you should be doing it. You know what I mean? So let's go to this trade. Okay. So you have this one. So what is the delta of this one? The 10 delta is 87. And
Yeah,
this one is,
we can see it if you're showing something.
Oh,
we can
sorry.
see in your Slack.
oh yeah, hold on, sorry. Thank you. So for 10, delta is 87. Okay, for 25, the delta is 37. So if you do a spread, your delta for the spread is about 50, right? So you should calculate the delta for the spread and see how much equivalent stock you are buying, and that should make sense. And for the butterfly, it's the same thing. Let's say if you are buying 15, 20, and 25, let's assume that's the butterfly you're going with. Okay, so you have 165 and you are selling, let's assume this is 50. So you're selling two 50s. That's a minus 35. So that's for this, if you're buying a butterfly for 10, 15 and 10, 15, sorry, 15, 20 and 25, that would be
25 delta, right? About 25.
yeah, I mean the delta would be horrible, very less. So you wouldn't want to even be doing that. So if you do this, the cost is only 39 cents for this butterfly, but if you think about it, the delta is almost zero. So you're not going to make any money even if the stock goes up. So
So what would be optimal if you were to do a butterfly, right? Because the prices are high or whatever.
Yep.
So what would be the optimal delta versus the price that you would look at?
no,
Price
that depends on the wall. That depends on a lot of things. But the best way to calculate it is figure out, for example, for this spread, right? Okay, it has 69 minus 37, which is what, 32. So if you, for one contract of this spread, okay, that's 32, right? 32 into 15. How much is that? 15 into 0.32. So that's equivalent of buying 32 stocks of $15, 32 stocks. So for each contract of 14.25 spread, if you buy one contract of a 14.25 call spread, that's equivalent to buying 32 stocks of HUT, which is, I mean, if you're buying 32 stocks, you're not making any money, right? So based on that, you have to figure out how many contracts to buy. So for example, I got 60 contracts, right? So 60 into 0.32 into 1547. So this is an equivalent of $29,700 invested. That's what my delta says right now. And this delta goes up when the stock goes up, because this delta goes up and this delta also goes up. You know, the overall delta goes up for the entire trade. And when both of them are deep in the money, this delta would be 6,000. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but this is after you adjusted, right? Initially, to
Yes,
begin
yes.
with,
Yeah, that's
my
correct.
question now then. So when you did the 10.25, did
Yep.
you have 60 contracts still, or did you
No, I
adjust
had,
later on?
no, I had 60 contracts even then.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So 60 contracts is a lot, right? That's like how much? Like, too much, right?
But
so you're not worried though, but because you believe in it, you will take it. Like
that's because of this cushion. And look at the cushion. I mean, for 25, I mean, the volatility is so high. If you don't buy 60 contracts, you won't make any money. Okay. I mean, the volatility is 142%. So in 80 days, this would go up more than 150%. That's what the options are saying. So for $15, if this option pricing is correct, for $15, the expectation is, that's per year. Okay, this goes up by $10. So they're expecting for this to go in 80 days, this would go up by $10. So it would go to $25. Right now they are pricing as if this is going to go to $25 by the expiry. That's what the option pricing option pricing is pricing all these options. So, well,
I missed that point. How did you say in 80 days that they're expecting it to go to 20?
No, I mean, they are saying these options are expecting to move plus or minus $9.6, right?
Okay.
So it means in 80 days, these options are priced based on this $9.6. So there is an expectation that this will go to $25.
Is that percent or dollar? Oh, okay. The percentage is 142%, but the dollar amount is $9. 9.6.
So this 142% is annualized percentage,
Okay.
not for 80 days. This is annualized.
Yeah.
So
This 9.6 is the dollar amount?
is the dollar amount for these 80 days. Yeah.
Okay. So they're saying that from 10, it will go in 80 days. It will at least be, if it is going up, then they're pricing it as at 19.6.
No, 15 plus 9.6.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought we were at 10.
Yeah, which is around 25.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So they're expecting this to either go to 25 or 15 minus 9 to $6 maybe.
No. Okay.
That's what they're pricing. Up or down $9. All right. Wow, it's already 8 o'clock. Any other questions, guys?
I'm not extending, but up or down $9 for in next 80 days, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, thanks.
One last note on the market itself, KP, like, with long term and everything, like, I know you got rid of your not got rid, but I know you reduced your long term a lot, right? You were in cash. So just wanted to know, are you still?
No, not long term. I long term and fully invested.
Sorry, not long term, like the regular
Yes.
trading.
Yeah. In the trading, yes, that's right.
You're still in cash, right?
I have about 70% cash. I added, a couple of stocks today. What did I add? I added Costco. I still have Costco, which I added last week or yesterday. No, last week. What else do I have? I have Costco, Affirm. I added GNRC today, and I have Arjun, RGN. So I had this one, Costco, Affirm. I added some today and some last week, and GNRC I added today. So this is around 30 or 25 to 30%, I think. But that's only because this is much more than 5% for me. I mean, if I only add 5%, this is not gonna move. I don't make any money. And this is also one thing I pay attention to, is that a stock like Costco or even Apple or Microsoft, if I am buying them, I'll probably buy 7% or so at least, because or else the moves are so small, the companies are so big, the moves are so small, it makes more sense. And my risk is also less because they are not going to move down faster either. And I have mostly in the options are, most of the options are in cryptos, and well, it's about 50-50, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
KP, I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we bought this Microsoft 2023 call, right?
Whoa, I sold it.
You still have that?
Yeah, I sold it a while
Oh, you
ago.
sold it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on, let me check.
okay.
No, I mean, I sold it, but I sold that one. I bought again, and I mean, I did a. Which one did I sell today? 2022. That's what I sold today. And 2023. I made a few Microsoft trades recently. So yeah, I sold this a while ago, 27.
Oh, the 2023 one?
Yep. Well, I mean, I trimmed half going into earnings, and after the earnings was out, I got out from the rest of it.
So I was thinking keep that and sell a weekly covered call. So
Sure,
can
why not?
you see?
I told you about the Microsoft trades like Microsoft, right? I mean, you will barely get anything. See, that's the problem with. Look at the volatility. It's 22%.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you will barely make any money by selling them. Even if you, let's see, next week, right? Selling weekly on these low volatility stocks does not make a lot of sense, because you are actually, you're capping our upside. Even for next week, for 345, which is only what, 10, 12 bucks. 12 bucks is what, 4%. For a 4% move, you are making 78 cents. It doesn't make any sense. If you guys are seeing the to the left, I said rinse repeat. These are the ones that I want to trade on a regular basis. All of them. Let's see. Yep, all of them. Maybe Netflix, except Netflix. Everything else have really low volatility. So selling the options doesn't make any sense at all.
So 2023, it's better to sell. I thought you bought 2023.
No, you can keep it. I mean,
long-term.
you can keep it. See, the stock still looks good. If you want to keep it for the long term, instead of the stock, I mean, having options is sometimes better. But I have a rule of keeping only certain amount in options, and also when my number of positions are going higher, I have to trim some. And this one made a lot of sense to trim because it moved a lot. See, the risk here is much less than risk here. So now the best thing to do is find something that's breaking out and has less risk. That's it.
But Microsoft has been steadily going up, right? So yeah, I think the option value, I don't think it's going up much. So maybe it's better to sell, I guess, then.
No, and why wouldn't it go up? It goes up based on the delta. That's it. But again, you know, it depends on how much delta it has, the ones that you have, right? So what is it that you have? Do you remember? 340.
300 Jan 2023.
Yeah, it has a delta of 68. So for every dollar of this one, this is gonna go up 68 cents, right? So for 376, it went up 235. That's it. And it's doing what it is supposed to do.
So you suggest keep it?
Yeah, and so far it looks good. Again, that's always a hard question for me. Let me pause it. Stop.